Definitely so. And yeah, it's interesting to learn about all the different industries that you're involved in. I suppose, obviously, with the focus on the hydrogen boom that's come lately, obviously you've worked with power electronics and different renewables sort of over the trends that have emerged over the past decade or so. But particularly with hydrogen, what are the challenges you see in that renewable hydrogen market?
Okay, great question. I guess we need to start with the current market situation here. During COVID, COVID has been hard for everybody, right? So during COVID, many of the major infrastructure upgrade or new projects, they're all put on hold to various reasons. When the COVID pandemic subsided, what happened is that everything, all the projects got released all at once. It's almost like a tsunami. It's like I call it perfect storm. So we've seen this from pretty much all market segments, utility, all the renewable, solar, wind, and then battery energy storage project came online, oil and gas with the Russian war in Ukraine, that created huge demand for LNGs that export to Europe. So all the LNG project came online, and then and on top of that, data center is just like there's gangbuster, like there's no tomorrow. I mean, there's so much data that's being captured right now, being stored and processed. So data center. So what he did is that he basically this tremendous amount of demand was far exceeding available capacity, production capacity that was available in North America. So in other words, the only way to do that was pretty much every plant, doesn't matter who they are, every transformer manufacturer that's basically supporting North America market, plants got full. Okay, so we have 6 plants. So depending on the size and the complexity, small little pad mount transformer, for example, we're out to 1 year. 45, about 50 weeks, so close to 1 year lead time at this point. Pure backlog. So if you give us an order or you order today, we have to wait 1 year for us to get started. As the size goes up, it goes up to 2 years. And the large power transformers now, we are right now, available slot is about 2 years out. Okay, maybe 2.5 years out, depending on the size. Okay, so this is right now pretty much with every transformer manufacturers. So that creates a huge bottleneck. Okay, think about you have to wait 2 years to get a large power transformer for a new plant that you're planning. But if you're not aware of the situation, okay, and then you already plan ahead and with your schedule thinking you can get the transformer within a year, then you later found out that's not the case, it's going to create a huge impact, huge payback with your overall schedule. So that's going to be the biggest the impact or the kind of a risk right now that people, hydrogen, especially developer, would face given to current market conditions. Okay. Another thing right now that makes it harder is the transformer that's required in the hydrogen market are quite unique in sense of in terms of designs. Okay, because the transformer that's especially inside the plant. Okay, that right now because electrolysis requires a DC power, and the DC power is provided by rectifiers. And the rectifier requires rectifier duty transformers. So they're highly specialized, highly customized units of design, okay, that is specifically designed to mitigate, reduce harmonics. So many of these are what we consider as multi-winding. Instead of a one high voltage and low voltage, many of these would have one high voltage and then maybe 5 or 6 low voltage windings. So think of it as 2 or 3 or potentially 4 transformer guts inside of one tank. So it's very, very complex, and there's only a handful of us in North America who has the capability even tackling such a design. But this is absolutely needed and critical. You cannot do electrolysis without these equipment, rectifier duty transformer and rectifier. Okay, so again, that makes it creates huge risk for overall planning and then for the hydrogen projects. Okay, so yeah, so that's basically what's in a situation. And also because now if it is a green, for example, green hydrogen, that means that power feeding that particular production plant has to come from renewable. Okay, so that means that renewable power has to be generated, from either solar farm or wind farm, or maybe with a combination of battery energy storage systems. Okay, again, that requires tremendous number of transformers to step up the voltage, either large power as well as small pan mounts. Okay, so and then and in front of every hydrogen production plant, it requires its own part transformer, as well as the number of these, what we mentioned, rectified duty transformers. So just giving you an idea, typical 100 megawatt plant would require anywhere from 2 to 4 large power transformer that has lead time of about 2 to 3 years, and then will require probably anywhere from 50 to 80, is medium voltage, highly specialized medium voltage transformer that has a lead time of anywhere from a year to year and a half. Okay, so that's the challenge. But ultimately, the biggest risk right now is the power availability. Okay, transformer do not generate power. It's just all it does is transformer either step down or step up. That's all they do. But the power obviously has to be generated and transmitted by the local utilities. And then local utility, I don't know if you know this, but they're also struggling to try to get a hold of transformers, because a lot of these transformers that are right now in service are at the end of life. So what they mean by it is they've been installed in 70s and 80s. So many of them, average life right now is probably ages, 50, 60 years old. Okay, so they just don't know when these transformers are going to fail. So they're kind of also desperately trying to upgrade and then replace this transformer as fast as they can. So again, pretty much these are the situation that we're facing. That will be basically that would definitely have a huge impact on how quickly we can grow a hydrogen industry as a whole.